السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. والله خلق كل دابة من ماء فمنهم من يمشي على بطنه ومنهم من يمشي على رجلين ومنهم من يمشي على أربع يخلق الله ما يشاء إن الله على كل شيء قدير. لقد أنزلنا آيات مبينات والله يهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. ويقولون آمنا بالله وبالرسول وأطعنا ثم يتولى فريق منهم من بعد ذلك وما أولئك بالمؤمنين. وإذا دعوا إلى الله ورسوله ليحكم بينهم إذا فريق منهم معرضون وإن يكن لهم الحق يأتوا إليه مذعنين أفي قلوبهم مرض أم ارتابوا أم يخافون أن يحيف الله عليهم ورسوله بل أولئك هم الظالمون. إنما كان قول المؤمنين إذا دعوا إلى الله ورسوله ليحكم بينهم أن يقولوا سمعنا وأطعنا وأولئك هم المفلحون. ومن يطع الله ورسوله ويخشى الله ويتقه فأولئك هم الفائزون. وأقسموا بالله جهد أيمانهم لئن أمرتهم ليخرجن قل لا تقسموا طاعة معروفة إن الله خبير بما تعملون. الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
Our Shaykh Hafidhullah, Shaykh Saalim al-Taweel, he started off by praising Allah and sending salat and salam upon his messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
نحمد الله الذي لا إله إلا هو على ما من به علينا من النعم الكثيرة الظاهرة والباطنة.
He said, we praise Allah, the one that there is no deity worthy of worship other than Him, upon what He has blessed us with from the ni'am that are apparent as well as those that are hidden.
من توفيق الله وإحسانه وكرمه أن جمعنا في هذه الدورة العلمية.
And from the tawfiq of Allah and likewise His ihsan and His karam is that He gathered us in this educational seminar.
الدورة الثالثة، الدورة العلمية الثالثة.
The third educational seminar.
المقامة في الكويت لإخوة لنا يزورون من أمريكا سنويا.
That is established here in Kuwait for brothers for us from America every year.
تحت إشراف أخينا أبو عبد الله محمد بن نزيه جزاه الله خيرا.
Under the supervision or under the guidance or under the authority of our brother Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Nazih, may Allah reward him with good.
القائم على معهد الفرقان.
The one that's in charge of Maʿhad-ul-Furqān.
ونحن في يوم الخميس.
And this Thursday.
20 من جمادى الأولى لعام 33 و400 وألف.
The 20th of Jumada al-Ula in the year 1433.
الموافق 12 من الشهر الرابع لعام 12 و2000.
That corresponds to the 12th of the month of April in the year 2012.
أخوكم من الكويت سالم بن سعد الطويل.
Your brother from Kuwait, Salim ibn Saʿd at-Taweel.
وما زلنا مع درس التفسير والحمد لله.
And we're still in the dose of Tafsīr, walhamdulillah.
نقرأ تفسير سورة النور.
And we're reading the Tafsīr of Sūrat-un-Nūr.
وقد وقفنا على قول الله تبارك وتعالى.
And we stopped at Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala's statement.
والله خلق كل دابة من ماء. دابة يعني ما يدب على الأرض، يمشي يدب على الأرض يقال عنه دابة. والله خلق كل دابة من ماء، فأصل كل دابة تدب على الأرض أصلها من ماء.
Allah says, the translation is, Allah is the one who has created every dabba from water. And the word dabba is that which yadub, that walks or crawls on the land. So everything that walks on land, and then the origin of its creation, Allah says about it that He created every dabba from water.
والله يقول في آية أخرى وجعل الله من وكل شيء نعم وخلقنا من الماء كل شيء حي. كل شيء حي فأصله مخلوق من ماء. نعم.
Allah says that, and we created everything that is alive from water. So the origin of everything that is created that is alive, then its origin is water.
والله عز وجل له الحكمة البالغة فهو الحكيم.
And Allah Azza wa Jal, He has this extensive hikmah, so He is Hakim.
ومر معنا بأن حكمة الله تكون في خلقه وتكون في شرعه أيضا.
And it's preceded with us that this hikmah or this wisdom of Allah will be in the things that He created and likewise in the things that He legislated.
فهذه الدواب التي تدب على الأرض وتمشي لها طرق، كل دابة لها طريقة في مشيها.
So all of these animals that do this crawling or walking on the land, then they have means that they do this. They have mannerisms in that which they carry out this walking.
فقال جل وعلا فمنهم من يمشي على بطنه وهي الزواحف كالثعابين ونحوها تمشي على بطنها في الأرض.
And so Allah says that from them are those that do this, that go about on their stomachs, and they are the ones that crawl like the snakes and so forth, that crawl on the land on their stomach.
ومنهم من يمشي على رجلين.
And from them,
بني آدم يمشي على رجلين.
And from them are those that walk on 2 feet, like the children of Adam, they walk on 2 feet.
ومنهم من يمشي على أربع كأكثر البهائم الإبل والبقر والخيل تمشي على أربع.
And from them are those that walk on 4, like the majority of animals, like the camels, the cows, the horses, they walk on 4 legs.
يخلق الله ما يشاء. الله عز يخلق ما يشاء وفق مشيئته سبحانه وتعالى يخلق.
Allah creates what He wills, meaning Allah creates whatever He wants, according to His want and desire.
فهناك ما يدب على الأرض وله أكثر من أربع.
So there are things that do this dub, that crawl on the ground, and they have more than 4.
فمن الحشرات ما يدب على الأرض وله عشرات الأرجل. وربما تبلغ 40 رجلا.
And so from the insects are those that walk on land, and they have that which reaches 10 legs, all the way up to 40 legs.
والعناكب تمشي على ربما 8 أرجل أو 6 أرجل.
And likewise the spiders, they walk on 6 legs sometimes, and likewise sometimes 8.
والله يخلق ما يشاء إن الله على كل شيء قدير. قدرته جل وعلا على كل شيء فلذاك خلق هذه المخلوقات بهذه الأشكال المختلفة.
And Allah creates what He wills, and Allah has ability over everything. So Allah has ability over everything, and from that He creates from these things that which from these different things that which He wills.
على المسلم إذا تأمل هذه المخلوقات أن يهتدي بعد التأمل والتدبر إلى وحدانية الله سبحانه وتعالى.
It is necessary upon the Muslim, if he were to ponder into these creations of Allah, that he ponder and think about the ability of Allah in the bringing about of these things.
ولا يقول لماذا خلق الله هذا وهذا.
And he should not say, why did Allah create this or that?
بل يجزم بأن الله ما خلق شيئا إلا لحكمة.
Instead, he has certainty that Allah did not create anything except due to a wisdom.
وقد تقدم معنا بأن ما من شيء إلا ويسبح بحمد الله تبارك وتعالى.
And it had preceded with us that there is not anything there is nothing except that it yusabbih, that it glorifies Allah with His praise.
الله عز وجل يسبح له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض.
So Allah Azza wa Jalla glorifies Him everything that is in the sky, and likewise that which is in the earth.
حتى الزواحف التي تمشي على بطنها أو الحيوانات تمشي على 4 أو الحشرات التي تمشي أو الديدان التي تمشي على أكثر من ذلك كلها تسبح بحمد الله تبارك وتعالى.
So these animals that crawl, the zawa'if, they glorify him, and likewise those that walk on 2 feet, and likewise the animals that walk on 4, and likewise these insects and these these didan that walk on more than that, they all glorify Allah.
لما تكلم الله عز وجل أن له ملك السماوات والأرض وأنه يزجي السحاب يجمع السحاب وينزل المطر والبرد وأنه يقلب الليل والنهار وأنه خلق الدواب كل منها يمشي على طريقة تخصه ذكر الله عز وجل الآن إنزاله للآيات.
So after Allah had mentioned the fact that He has the mulk of the skies and the earth, and likewise He brings the clouds together, and He causes the rain to come down, and likewise He created these different things that walk on these different types of legs, He mentioned that in all of this is an ayah.
الآن سيذكر الله عز وجل جانبا من الشرع الذي أنزله.
And now Allah is going to mention aspect from that which He has legislated from wisdom.
فقال لقد أنزلنا آيات. أنزلنا يدل على أنه في العلو لذلك هو ينزل الآيات.
And so He said, indeed we have sent down ayat, and the sending down is from somewhere that is above. So for that reason He said we sent down ayat.
والآيات جمع آية.
And the word ayat is the plural of the word ayah.
والمراد بالآيات هنا التي أنزلها الله هي الآيات الشرعية.
And that which is intended by the ayat that are here, that is intended by Allah, is the legislated ayat.
وأصل الآية معناها كما مر معنا الآية العلامة.
And the original meaning of the word ayah, as is already preceded with us, the meaning of it is sign.
وأما الآيات الشرعية التي ينزلها الله عز وجل فهي ما بين فاصلتين وقع عنها آية.
And as far as the ayat al-Shar'iyya that Allah sends them down, then it is about those breakages in between the 2 ayahs. Then this is called an ayah.
ومجموع الآيات تكون إيش منها سورة من القرآن.
And the collection of ayat, it is comprised from it what? It's called the surah of the Quran.
مجموعة سور تكون كتاب الله عز وجل.
And a compilation of, or the gathering of these surahs, it makes what? The book of Allah Azza wa Jal.
هذه الآيات وهذه السور والكتاب كله هو مبينات.
So these ayat and these surahs and the book altogether, all of it are clear, or mubayyin.
فما معنى مبينات؟ هل معناها يعني واضحات بنفسها أم هي مبينات لغيرها؟
So what is the meaning of the word mubayyinat here? Is it meaning that they are clear and obvious in their own regards, or the fact that they enlighten and shed light on other than them?
أي المعنى المراد؟
Which of the 2 meaning is intended?
كلاهما.
Both of them.
فهما آيات مبينات أي بينها الله عز وجل واضحات وهي تبين الحق وتبين الطريق.
So they are ayat mubayyinat, meaning that Allah had made them clear, and likewise they are that which enlighten and shed light and clarify the truth, and so they lighten the path.
والله يهدي من يشاء أي الله عز وجل بهذه الآيات البينات جعلها سبب للهداية.
And Allah guides whom He wills, meaning that Allah, by way of these ayat mubayyinat, He made them a means to guidance.
ومعنى يهدي لها معنيان.
And the meaning of yahdi, or to guide, has 2 meanings.
يهدي بمعنى يرشد ويدل.
So the meaning of yahdi has the meaning of to point out and to direct.
كما لو سأل رجل رجلا أين الشارع الفلاني؟ أين المنطقة الفلانية؟ فقال من هنا ثم هنا رقم كذا في كذا. معناه أرشده هداه يعني أرشده.
So if a man were to ask another man, where is the street so and so, or the area so and so, and he would to say it is this way and then go there and then number such and such, this is the meaning that he guided him, hadahu bima'na arshadahu, that he directed him.
والهداية الثانية بمعنى التوفيق بأن يسلك الله الهداية في قلب من شاء من عباده.
And the second meaning of hidayah is the meaning of the word tawfiq, or to have success, that Allah will implant this guidance in the heart of an individual.
والله عز وجل يهدي أي الهداية يهدي هداية الإرشاد ولا هداية التوفيق.
And Allah Azza wa Jal gives this hidayah. Which of the 2 does He give? Does He give the hidayah of irshad or the hidayah of tawfiq?
الله يملك الهدايتين يرشد من يشاء ويوفق من يشاء.
So Allah owns both of the guidances. He guides or directs whom He wants, and likewise He gives success to be upon it to whom He wants.
وهل الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم يهدي أيضا أو لا يهدي؟
And does the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam guide also, or does he not guide?
الله عز وجل تارة قال عن نبيه صلى الله عليه وسلم بأنه يهدي.
So Allah Azza wa Jal sometimes says about His prophet that he guides.
وتارة قال عن نبيه بأنه لا يهدي.
And then sometimes He says about him that he doesn't guide.
أما الآية التي فيها أنه يهدي عليه الصلاة والسلام الله قال جل وعلا عن نبيه أو لنبيه وإنك لتهدي إلى صراط مستقيم.
As far as the ayah that Allah Azza wa Jal says about His prophet or to His prophet that he guides or gives this hidayah, He says وَإِنَّكَ, and verily you guide to a صراط مستقيم.
ففي هذه الآية إثبات الهداية لرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بأنه يهدي إلى الصراط المستقيم.
So in this ayah is an affirmation of the fact for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he guides to a صراط مستقيم.
وفي آية أخرى قال الله عز وجل للنبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم إنك لا تهدي من أحببت ولكن الله يهدي من يشاء.
And in another ayah Allah Azza wa Jal says His messenger, and verily you do not guide who you love, but Allah guides whom He wills.
إذن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم يهدي أو لا يهدي؟
So therefore, does the messenger guide or does he not guide?
الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم يهدي ولا يهدي.
The messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam guides, and likewise he doesn't guide.
إن قلت أن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم يهدي على الإطلاق أخطأت.
If you said that the messenger guides just absolutely unrestrictedly like this, then you've made a mistake.
كيف تقول أن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم يهدي والله يقول إنك لا تهدي من أحببت؟
How can you say this type of statement that the messenger guides, and Allah says about him that he doesn't guide whom he loved?
وأن قلت بأن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يهدي على الإطلاق أخطأت.
And if you were to say that the messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam does not guide unrestrictedly, then likewise you've made a mistake.
كيف تقول الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يهدي والله يقول وإنك لتهدي إلى صراط مستقيم؟
How can you say that the messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam doesn't guide, and Allah says about him, and verily you guide to a straight path?
إذا ماذا نقول؟
So therefore, what should we say?
كيف نوفق بين الآيتين؟
How can we give success? How can we bring success between the two ayahs?
أولا قطعا ليس بين الآيتين تناقض ولا تعارض.
First of all, for sure, there's no contradiction or opposition between the two ayahs.
هو كلام الله عز وجل وخبر من الله ولا يمكن أن كلام الله وأخبار الله تتناقض.
And this is a statement of Allah, and that He has informed about us Azza wa Jal, so it is not possible in the statements of Allah and that which He has informed us about that there be any contradiction.
وإنما ما أثبته الله عز وجل لنبيه صلى الله عليه وسلم الهداية هو غير ما نفاه.
And instead, that which Allah has affirmed for His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from hidayah or guidance, then it is something different than that which He has negated.
وما نفاه الله عن نبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم الهداية هو غير ما أثبته لنبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
And as far as what He has negated in regards to His Prophet, in regards to guidance, then it is something different than that which He has affirmed for him.
ذكرنا بأن الهداية هداية.
We mentioned that hidayah or guidance is two types of guidance.
هداية إرشاد ودلالة.
The guidance of directioning and pointing out,
وهداية توفيق.
and the guidance of giving a person success to be upon, or tawfiq.
سأضرب لكم مثلا للهداية الإرشادية والهداية التوفيقية.
I'm going to set for you an example of the guidance that is known as hidayah irshadiyya, and likewise that which is known as hidayah tawfiqiyya.
لو قال لك قائل أين الطريق الفلاني؟ أين الدكان الفلاني أو الشركة الفلانية؟
If a person were to say to you, where is street such and such, or store such and such, or corporation such and such,
كيف أصل وكيف أدخل؟
and how do I get there and how can I enter into that place?
فقال تذهب كذا ثم كذا ثم كذا ثم كذا حتى تدخل في الطريق الفلانية.
And so you would say you would go like this and then that and then this and then that until you enter the place such and such.
هذه طريق هذا إيش؟ هداية إرشادية أرشده.
This is what? This is hidayah irshadiyya, meaning that he directed him and pointed it out to him.
فإن قال هذا السائل لكن لا أعرف كيف أصل.
So if this person that was asking the question was to say, but I don't know how to get there.
قال تعال معي فأمسك بيده وسار به الطريق هكذا حتى أدخله وأجلسه المكان الذي يريد.
And so he said, come on, and he took him by the hand and he went with him like this and like that until he got to the place that they wanted to get to, and he sat him down where he was trying to go.
في فرق بين الهداية الأولى والهداية الثانية.
So there's a difference between the first type of guidance and the second type of guidance.
فالرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم يهدي للصراط المستقيم بمعنى أنه يرشد ويعلم.
So the messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam guides to a straight path with the meaning that he points out and he directs.
لكن لا يملك أن يدخل الهداية في قلب أحد من عباد الله.
But he does not own the ability to enter this guidance into the heart of anyone from the servants.
فذلك لله عز وجل وحده.
This is something that is for Allah Azza wa Jal alone.
الله عز وجل يهدي من يشاء هداية توفيق.
So Allah Azza wa Jal guides who He wants the guidance of tawfiq.
ولكن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم يهدي فقط هداية إرشاد.
But the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he only owns the ability to guide this hidayah of irshad.
لا شك الله عز وجل يهدي الهدايتين يرشد ويوفق.
And there's no doubt that Allah gives both of these guidances, the guidance of irshad and likewise the guidance of tawfiq.
لكن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم فقط يرشد.
But the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he only guides.
وحتى إرشاد الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم الله هو جل وعلا الذي علمه كيف يرشد الناس وكيف يدلهم.
He only directs, and even the direction of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is Allah who taught him or who had revealed to him how he should direct them and how he should direct them.
نحن نقرأ في صلاتنا في سورة الفاتحة.
We read in our salat in Surah al-Fatiha,
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
guide us or ihdina sirat al-mustaqim.
وهذا دعاء نسأل الله أن يهدينا الصراط المستقيم.
And so this is a dua that we're asking Allah that He guide us to the straight path.
فماذا نقصد عندما نقول اهدنا الصراط المستقيم؟
So what are we intending when we say guide us to the straight path?
هل نسأله أن يهدينا الصراط المستقيم بمعنى يرشدنا؟
Are we asking Him that when He guide us to the straight path with the meaning of pointing it out to us and directing us to it?
أو نسأله أن يهدينا الصراط المستقيم أن يوفقنا الصراط المستقيم.
Or are we asking Him when to guide us to the straight path that He give us success to be upon the straight path?
نسأل الله الأمرين أن يرشدنا وأن يوفقنا.
We're asking Him for both things, that He guide us by directing us and likewise that He give us success to be upon it.
لذلك في الدعاء المأثور المشهور اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه.
And for that reason, from the du'as that have come from narrations and are something that is famous, is the statement that is translated, "Oh Allah, show us the haqq, and truthfully, show us the truth as truth, and provide us the ability to follow it."
اللهم أرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه.
Oh Allah, show us the falsehood as falsehood, and provide us the ability to stay away from it.
طيب الله عز وجل أرشدنا هداية إرشاد.
So therefore, Allah guided us with the guidance that was irshad.
فلماذا نسأل الله عز وجل أن يهدينا هداية إرشاد؟
So therefore, why do we ask Allah to guide us also with the guidance of irshad?
أما أرشدنا الله عز وجل؟
Didn't Allah already direct us and point out to us?
فلماذا نسأله أن يهدينا هداية إرشاد؟
So why do we ask Him that He guide us with this hidayah of irshad?
الإرشاد الذي أرشدنا الله عز وجل إياه.
The direction or the irshad that Allah has directed us with
وعلمنا.
and taught us.
لما نسأله الهداية يعني نسأله الزيادة من العلم والإرشاد.
When we ask Him for this hidayah, what we're asking Him for is an increasement of this hidayah, of knowledge and irshad.
وقد قال الله لنبيه علمه دعاء يقول وقل رب زدني علما.
And Allah said to His Prophet, He taught him a dua that he should say, so He said the translation of it is, and say, "Oh my Lord, increase me in knowledge."
ما الذي نملكه أكثر من العلم؟ ما نعلمه ولا ما نجهله؟
What do we have more control or more possession about from the things that we know? That which we know or the things that we're ignorant to?
طيب ما الذي نعلمه من العلم؟ حصلنا عليه من العلم.
He said,
أيهما أكثر؟ ما نجهله من العلم ولا ما نعلمه من العلم؟
He said the question again is, what do we have more knowledge about, or which one of the two knowledges have we gotten more of? Do we know more about what we know, or do we know more about what we don't know? Which one of them are the most to us?
ما نجهله ولا ما نعلمه؟
Yani that which we know or that which we don't know yet? Which one of the two are the most in our regards?
ما نجهله. ما نجهله. إذا ما نعلمه قليل جدا. الله يقول وما أوتيتم من العلم إلا قليلا.
He said that which is more in our regards is that which we're ignorant about. There's more that we don't know than we do, basically. And Allah says about this, the translation of it is, and you haven't been given from the knowledge except a little.
أما ما نجهله فهو أضعاف مضاعفة مما نعلمه.
As far as that which we are ignorant about, then it is multitudes and multitudes and multitudes more than that which we know.
فإذا سألنا الله أن يهدينا وسألناه زيادة العلم يعني نريد أن يزيدنا إرشادا بحيث يكثر علمنا ويقل جهلنا.
He said, so when we ask Allah for this hidayah and we ask Him to give us an increasement in knowledge, we're asking Him to direct us in a way that our knowledge will increase and our ignorance will decrease.
طيب وأي الأمرين أكثر؟
And he says, okay, and which of the two affairs are greater?
ما نعلمه ونعمل به نطبقه ولا ما نعلمه ولا نطبقه؟
The things that we know and we apply, or the things that we might know about but don't apply. Which of the two are greater?
طبعا نحن لا نطبق كل ما نعلم.
He says, of course, we don't apply everything we know.
فيكم واحد يطبق كل ما يعلم؟
Is there one of you maybe that applies everything that he knows?
صعب جدا أن يطبق إنسان كل ما يعلم.
It's very hard that a human being apply everything that he knows.
فنحن نعلم ونطبق مما علمنا. نطبق مما علمنا.
He says, so that for that reason we know and we apply from what we know, or some of what we know.
لكن السؤال مرة أخرى.
But the question again,
أيهما أكثر؟
which one is more?
ما علمناه وطبقناه أو ما علمناه ولم نطبقه.
That which we know and apply it, or that which we know but don't apply it.
ما علمناه وطبقناه.
What we know and apply it,
أو ما علمناه ولم نطبقه.
or what we know but don't apply it.
ما علمناه ولم نطبقه.
What we know but don't apply it.
إذا قلنا اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
So if we say اهدنا الصراط المستقيم,
فنريد بهذا الدعاء.
So we want by this dua
أن يزيدنا تطبيقا مما علمنا.
that He increase us in the application of what we know.
فإذا سألنا الله الهداية.
So when we ask Allah for hidayah,
والهداية بيد الله عز وجل.
and this hidayah is in the hand of Allah Azza wa Jal,
وهو يهدي من يشاء.
and He guides who He wills,
فنسأله أن يزيدنا علما.
then we're asking that He increase us in knowledge,
وأن يزيدنا تطبيقا.
and that He increase us in application.
يعني نسأله علما نافعا وعملا صالحا.
Meaning we're asking Him beneficial knowledge and righteous actions.
والله يهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. الصراط يعني الطريق والمستقيم يعني الذي لا اعوجاج فيه. مستقيم.
And so Allah guides whom He wants or whom He wills to a sirat mustaqim. He said the word sirat is a path, and mustaqim means straight. There's no bendings in it or crookedness in it.
وهذا الصراط مستقيم. صراط مادي حسي ولا صراط معنوي؟
And this siratul mustaqim, is it a physical thing, something that is tangible, or is it something that is abstract and only meanings?
صراط مادي ولا صراط معنوي؟
Is it a sirat that has substance, something that is physical, or is it just an abstract meaning? Is it something that is more meaning than physical?
معنوي صح؟
It's both.
معنوي. ما هو شارع ستريت وطريق إلى الله عز وجل.
He says it's the abstract meaning, it's the non-physical one, because it's not a path, a street that we can go on. Instead, it's the path that we get to Allah by.
هذا الصراط له صفات.
He says this sirat has qualities.
أعظم صفة له بأنه صراط الله.
The greatest quality or attribute of the path of Allah is that it's the path of Allah.
الوصف الثاني أنه مستقيم لا اعوجاج فيه.
The second quality is that it's mustaqim, meaning that there's no crookedness in it.
الوصف الثالث أنه طويل ليس قصير.
The third quality is that it's long, it's not short.
الوصف الرابع أنه صراط واحد ليس اثنان ولا ثلاثة واحد.
The fourth quality is that it's one path. It's not two, it's not three, it's one.
الوصف الخامس أن فيه مشقة وتعب.
The fifth quality is that there's hardship and exhausted and things that exhaust in it.
الوصف السادس أن السالكين له قلة.
The sixth quality is that those who traverse on it are low in number.
الوصف السابق أن السالكين له هم الكمل، الأنبياء والصديقون الشهداء والصالحون.
The seventh quality is that those who traverse on it are the complete individuals. The Anbiya and the Siddiqun and the Shuhada and the Salihun.
الوصف الثامن أنه يوصل إلى مرضات الله عز وجل.
The eighth quality is that it takes a person and allows him to arrive at the pleasure of Allah.
نحن أمرنا أن نسلك هذا الصراط.
We've been commanded to traverse or to follow or to traverse upon this path.
وليس بالضرورة أن نصل إلى نهايته.
And it's not necessary that we reach its end.
لكن الضرورة أن نكون عليه.
But what is necessary is that we be on it.
الشيخ الألباني رحمه الله تعالى له كلمة جميلة.
Shaykh al-Albani rahimahullah has a very beautiful statement.
يقول أمرنا أن نسلك الصراط المستقيم ونسير عليه.
He said we've been commanded to traverse the Sirat al-Mustaqim and to travel on it.
ولو نمشي عليه مشيا بطيئا كالسلحفاة.
And even if we were to walk on it a slow walking like the turtle.
لكن المهم أن نكون عليه ونموت عليه.
But that which is important is that we're on it and we die on it.
فليس المهم أن تصل.
So it's not the important affair is not that you arrive.
لكن المهم أن تموت على هذا الطريق فانظر على أي طريق ستموت.
But what is important is that you die on this path, so look at what path you're going to die on.
فهذا صراط عظيم هو صراط الله تبارك وتعالى. أمرنا أن نقرأ سورة الفاتحة ونسأل الله جل وعلا في كل ركعة أن يهدينا الصراط المستقيم.
So this is the sirat, that is this great sirat, the sirat of Allah, and that we've been commanded in every rak'ah in Fatiha that we ask Allah to ihdina this sirat al-mustaqim.
ويقولون آمنا بالله وبالرسول وأطعنا ثم يتولى فريق منهم، أي أن الذين سلكوا الإسلام ظاهرا يقولون بألسنتهم آمنا بالله وبالرسول وأطعنا أي لما أمرنا به، لكن بعد ذلك يتولى فريق منهم من بعد ذلك وهم المنافقون، يعني زعموا أنهم آمنوا بالله وبالرسول وأنهم قالوا سمعنا وأطعنا لكن وإلا بهم يتقاعسون أو ينحرفون.
He says the translation of the ayah is, and they say that we have iman in Allah and the messenger and we've obeyed. He said, meaning that those individuals who are apparent in their Islam, they say that they have iman in Allah and the messenger and they obey. But after that, the translation of the ayah is, then a group of them turn away after that. And these are the munafiqun, that they claim Islam, they claim to have this iman, but after that we find them in reality being people who deviated and went astray.
فهؤلاء الذين ظاهرا قالوا آمنا بالله والرسول وأطعنا، بتوليهم هذا يدل على أنهم باطنا ليسوا بمؤمنين، فإذا قال الله عز وجل وما أولئك بالمؤمنين.
So these individuals who have said this statement outwardly, they said it outwardly that they have iman in Allah and the messenger and they obey, they're turning away that they have done. This shows that inwardly they don't have these qualities. So for this reason Allah says about them, and in the translation, and these individuals are not mu'mineen.
ثم يذكر الله عز وجل صفات هؤلاء المنافقين.
And then Allah Azza wa Jal mentions the qualities of these munafiqeen.
وقد تقدم معنا ذكرهم في السورة نفسها، وهم الفئة الذين قذفوا عائشة رضي الله عنها المؤمنين زوج النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام واتهموها بالفاحشة.
And we've already mentioned them in this same surah previously, and they're the ones who have accused Aisha, the mother of the believers, with this indecent act of fahisha.
فقال جل وعلا في صفاتهم حتى نحذرهم ألا نكون مثلهم ومنهم.
So Allah Azza wa Jal says about their qualities in order that we can take precautions from them and not be like them.
وإذا دعوا إلى الله ورسوله ليحكم بينهم. دعوا إلى الله يعني إلى كتابه، وإلى رسوله يعني إلى شخص الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم وإلى سنته بعد وفاته.
He says the translation of which is when they are called to Allah and His messenger to judge in between them. When they're called to Allah, meaning to His book, and to His messenger, meaning his person, when he is alive and after his death, his sunnah.
يدعون لماذا؟ ليحكم أو ليحكم بينهم، أي لينفذ حكم الله ورسوله فيهم على أمر اختلفوا فيه مثلا.
They are called for what? They are called to have them judge, or to have him judge in between them, to have him carry out the rulings of Allah amongst them, meaning in an affair that they might have disagreed about, for example.
وإذا فريق منهم معرضون، فجأة إذا فريق منهم جزء منهم يعرض ويرفض أن يتحاكم إلى الله والرسول.
Translation, then a group of them turn away, meaning all of a sudden these individuals, they turn away when they were called to have this judgment be carried out by Allah and His Messenger.
وإن يكن لهم الحق يأتوا إليه مذعنين، كان في مسألة خلافية أو نزاع ورأوا أن الحق معهم وأن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم سيحكم لهم، وإلا بهم يأتون منصاعين لأمر الله عز وجل ومستجيبين لأمر الله عز وجل لأن الحق سيكون لهم.
He says in the translation, if they have, they're in the right, then they come to him in obedience. Meaning that these individuals, if they think that they're on the right and that the Messenger of Allah is going to rule in their favor, then all of a sudden you find them coming in obedience to the Messenger and to the ruling that he'll give, deeming it to be good.
فهم لا ينقادون لأمر الله ورسوله ولا يطيعون الله ورسوله إلا إذا كان مصلحة شخصية لهم.
So they don't submit to the command of Allah and His Messenger, nor do they obey the command of Allah and His Messenger unless it has a personal benefit in it for them.
رب العالمين يتساءل سؤال استنكار عليهم، ما الذي جعلهم كذلك؟ يعرضون عن اتحاق الكتاب والسنة وإذا كان الحق لهم أتوا طائعين. فقال أفي قلوبهم مرض؟ لأن في قلوبهم مرض.
The Lord of everything that exists, He asked a question of denial. And what is that led them to have this quality? That if there's no benefit in it for them in it, then they don't obey Allah and His Messenger. But if there's a benefit in it, then they come to Him in obedience. So He asked the question, is in their heart a sickness? Meaning, do they have a sickness in their heart?
وما المراد بمرض القلوب؟
And what is the meaning of a sickness in the heart?
القلب يصاب بمرض حسي مادي ويصاب بمرض معنوي.
So the heart can be affected by physical sicknesses, and likewise it can be affected with these non-physical sicknesses.
فالمراد هنا المرض المعنوي.
So that which is intended here is the non-physical meaning, this non-physical sickness.
فقد يكون الإنسان قلبه سليما، يعني نبضات القلب، دقات القلب، شرايين القلب سليما من الناحية المادية الحسية، لكنه مريض من الناحية المعنوية.
So an individual's heart might be healthy, meaning the valves of the heart, the pumping of the heart, the blood of the heart, these type of things might be healthy from a medical standpoint, but from a religious standpoint, it has this sickness in it.
والعكس ممكن يكون إنسان مريض القلب، فيه أمراض قلب يعني حسي، لكنه قلبه سليم من الأمراض المعنوية.
And likewise the opposite. Maybe a person might have a sick heart, meaning a non-healthy heart from a medical standpoint, from a physical standpoint, but his heart is safe and healthy and free from any of the sicknesses that are the non-physical type.
ومرض القلب من أشد وأصعب الأمراض.
And the sickness of the heart is from the most severe and the most hardest of the sicknesses.
سواء كانت أمراض حسية وأمراض القلب من أشد وأصعب الأمراض، أو أمراض معنوية فمرض القلب من أشدها وأعظم.
Regardless if it was from the physical sicknesses, so the physical sicknesses of the heart are from the most severe of physical sicknesses, or if it was from the abstract or the metaphorical sicknesses or the ma'nawi sicknesses that are the most severe of the non-physical sicknesses.
وأي المرضين المراد في هذه الآية؟ أمراض القلوب الحسية المادية ولا المعنوية؟
And which one is meant by this ayah when it says the sicknesses of the heart? Is it the physical, tangible one, or is it the non-physical one? Which is intended by the ayah?
الأمراض المعنوية.
The non-physical sicknesses.
إذن أمراض القلب نوعان. مادي حسي ومعنوي.
Therefore, the sicknesses of the heart are two types. The physical, tangible sicknesses and the non-physical sicknesses.
كم نوع؟
How many types?
نوعان.
Two types.
وأمراض القلب المعنوية أيضا نوعان.
And the sicknesses of the heart that are non-physical are also two types.
مرض شك وريبة.
In a sickness of doubt and uncertainty.
ومرض شهوة.
And a sickness of desire.
وأحدهما أخطر من الآخر.
And one of the two of them is more dangerous than the other.
فأيهما أخطر؟
So which of the two is more dangerous?
مرض الشبهة ولا مرض الشهوة؟
And the sickness of uncertainty and unclarity, or the sickness of desire?
الشبهة. نعم. مرض الشبهة يؤدي إلى الكفر.
The sickness of uncertainty or shubha, it leads to kufr.
وهو مرض المنافقين.
And it is the sickness of the hypocrites.
الذين يشكون بالله عز وجل.
Those who are in doubt about Allah Azza wa Jal.
يشكون بنبوة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
They're in doubt about the prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
يشكون بالقرآن.
They're in doubt about the Quran.
يشكون بيوم القيامة.
They're in doubt about the day of judgment.
يشكون في الجنة والنار.
They're in doubt about Jannah and Nar.
من شروط الإيمان لا يكون فيه شك.
From the conditions of Iman is that there's no doubt in it.
من شروط التوحيد لا يكون فيه شك.
From the conditions of Tawheed is that there be no doubt in it.
والله يقول إنما المؤمنون الذين آمنوا بالله ورسوله ثم لم يرتابوا.
And Allah Ta'ala says, the translation, that verily the mu'mineen are those who have Iman in Allah and His Messenger, and then they don't have any rayba or any doubt after that.
وأما مرض الشهوة فهو مرض الفساق.
And as far as the sickness of desires, then this is the sickness of the corrupt or the wicked individuals.
أصحاب المعاصي قليلين الطاعة لله.
Yani the people of disobedience who are very few that they obey Allah.
وقد ذكر الله هذه الأمراض في كتابه.
And Allah,
هذين المرضين ذكر الله في كتابه.
and these sicknesses, Allah has mentioned them in His book. And both of these sicknesses, Allah has mentioned them in His book.
وسأذكر لكم آية وقول هذا المرض المراد به شبهة وشك ولا شهوة.
And I'm going to mention to you ayahs, and I want you to tell me, is that which is intended by it the sickness of shubha and doubt, or is it the sickness of desire?
قال الله عز وجل للنساء فلا تخضعن بالقول لا تتكلم كلام رقيق فيطمع الذي في قلبه مرض أي فيطمع بك الذي في قلبه مرض.
Allah Azza wa Jalla, He says, the translation of which, so don't beautify your statement, meaning making it soft and pretty, so he will take enjoyment, or he will be comfortable with and take enjoyment with you, yani the one who has in his heart a sickness.
شهوة صح. طيب قال الله عز وجل في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا ولهم عذاب أليم بما كانوا يكذبون. هذا قال الله في المنافقين. فأي المرضين هذا؟
Yeah, he said, Allah says in the translation, these individuals have a sickness in their heart, so Allah has increased them in their sickness be due to that which they used to deny. He says, and Allah says this about the hypocrites. So which type of sickness is this?
شبهة وشك. طيب مرض منافقين.
It's that of sickness and doubt. This is the sickness of the hypocrites.
سأقول لكم الآن كلاما وأنت تقول هذا الكلام صح أو خطأ.
I'm going to say now to you some statements, and I want you to tell me if this statement is true or false.
ليس بالضرورة من كان في قلبه مرض الشك وريبة أن يكون فيه مرض الشهوة.
It's not.
كما أنه ليس بالضرورة أن من كان في قلبه مرض الشهوة أن يكون في قلبه مرض شك وريبة.
It's not necessary that whoever has in his heart the sickness of doubt and uncertainty, that he also have in his heart the sickness of desire. Just like it is not necessary that the one who has in his heart the sickness of desire also have in his heart the sickness of doubt and uncertainty.
ما رأيك بهذا الكلام؟
What's your opinion about this statement?
أوكي؟ يقول أوكي، صاحبك يقول أوكي، وأنت؟ عادل. ليس بالضرورة أن من كان في قلبه مرض شك يكون في قلبه مرض شهوة، شك بدون شهوة، والثاني شهوة بدون شك، يعني ما يجتمعان. يا أما يكون مريض مرض شبهة فقط بدون شهوة، أو مرض شهوة بدون شبهة. هذا الكلام صحيح؟
He said it's not necessary for the one who has in his heart the sickness of doubt that he also have in his heart the sickness of desire. Just like it's not necessary. So he can have sickness of doubt without desire. Just like you can have the opposite, the sickness of desire without doubt. So they either are, they don't have to come together. They can be separate. Is that true or false?
واحد صحيح ولا صحيح؟
الثاني غير صحيح.
كلاهما غير صحيح.
الأول يمكن يجتمع كلاهما.
طيب واحد أنت قل.
يمكن يجتمع.
ممكن يجتمع المرضان في شخص واحد.
في شخص واحد.
يعني عنده مرض شبهة
ومرض شهوة.
نعم. شخص واحد.
نعم.
وقد يكون بعد قلبه مريض يراجع وحدة القلب. ممكن بعد.
نعم.
يكون مجتمع فيه مرض مادي ومرض معنوي بقسمين، الشك والشهوة.
موجود في أمريكا.
He said, so you're saying that it's possible. He's saying that you're saying it's possible that a person can have in his heart both sicknesses. He can have, in the matter of fact, he can have both of the sicknesses of sickness itself. So he can have a physical sickness and he can have the non-physical sickness with both of its types. The doubt and the desire. It's possible that a person can have all of these sicknesses. The brother said yes, it's present in America.
هل توافقون سعيدا؟
He said, do you agree with him?
يقول هذا الكلام يعني ممكن الأمراض كلها تجتمع في قلب واحد.
He said it's possible that the sicknesses can all gather in one heart.
Yes. طيب هذا الصحيح.
He said this is correct.
ممكن تجتمع نسأل الله العافية الأمراض هذه كلها في قلب إنسان واحد.
It's possible that all of these sicknesses can gather in the heart of one person. We ask Allah for afiyah.
وقد يكون قلبه أيضا مريض مرض مادي.
And likewise, his heart can also have the physical sickness.
نسأل الله أن يشفي قلوبنا.
We ask Allah to cure our hearts.
طيب سأقول لكم إضافة على هذا الكلام.
I'm going to say something to you in addition to this statement.
أن الإنسان الذي في قلبه مرض الشك والشبهة هذا لا يخلو قلبه من المرض الثاني.
He said the one who has in his heart the sickness of shak and shubha, it is not, his heart will not be free of the other sickness. He will have the other sickness in his heart also.
لماذا؟
Why?
لأن لما مرض هذا المرض سبب فأضعف قلبه فجعله لا يتقي الله في تجنب الفواحش والمنكرات.
Because when his heart got this sickness, it became a reason why his heart got weak and fell into all of these other things, so he doesn't fear Allah and the other aspects also.
أليس كذلك؟ هل العكس صحيح؟
Is the opposite correct or true?
أن الذي قلبه مريض مرض الشهوة
That the one
فهو فيه مرض شك.
That the one who has in his heart the sickness of desire, that in his heart also is the sickness of doubt.
لا طيب ما هو عكس الشك؟
What is the opposite of doubt?
اليقين. هل اليقين درجة واحدة في قلوب الناس؟
Is certainty at one level in the hearts of the people?
لا. إذن ممكن أن نقول أن هذا الذي في قلبه مرض الشهوة.
So therefore it's possible that we say that the individual who has in his heart the sickness of desire,
في يقينه ضعف.
in his certainty there's a weakness.
وما بلغ درجة الشك. الشك كفر. لكن ضعف يقينه.
He hasn't reached the level of shak, which is kufr, but his certainty has become weaker.
إذا هل يمكن أن يقال أن حتى في قلبه مرض شهوة هذا المرض يؤثر على قلبه يؤثر على يقينه أو لا يؤثر؟
So therefore, is it possible to say that the individual that has in his heart this sickness of desire, that it will have an effect upon his certainty and upon his assurity?
ممكن ولذلك كثير من الناس يرتكب المعصية في الخفاء حتى لا يراه الناس.
He says it's possible, and for that reason a lot of the people, they do these acts of disobedience in secrecy in order that the people don't see it.
وربما يغلق على نفسه الباب حتى يرتكب المعصية.
And he might even lock the doors upon himself until he does, so he can do the ma'siyah.
هو يعلم بأن الله يراه أو لا يعلم؟
Does he know that Allah sees him, or does he not know?
يعلم. إذا عرف أن المكان فيه كاميرات مراقبة يعمل أو لا يعمل؟
But if he were to know that in the area there was cameras that were watching him, would he do it or not do it?
لا يعلم. طيب إذا يعلم بأن الله يراه فلماذا يعمل؟
Therefore, if he knows that Allah is seeing him, then why is he doing it?
فيه ضعف. ليس كذلك؟ فيه ضعف.
He has a weakness. Isn't it not like that? He has a weakness.
لذلك دائما الله يثني على عباده الذين يخشونه بالغيب.
For that reason, Allah always praises His servants that fear Him in secrecy.
لماذا؟ لأن هؤلاء عندهم كمال في قلوبهم حتى حيث لا يراهم الناس هم يراقبون الله عز وجل.
He said, why? Because these individuals have this completion in their self and in their self and that which they know and that which they have iman about. Even if there's no one else seeing them, they know that Allah is observing them.
طيب الأطباء إذا انتشر مرض من الأمراض وليكن مرض قلب يبحثون له عن علاج.
Therefore, so now, if a sickness becomes widespread and very spread, the doctors, if it was a sickness of the heart, the doctors will search for a treatment.
أي الأمراض المادية الحسية.
What kind of sickness? These sicknesses that are physical.
طيب وإذا كانت أمراض معنوية.
Okay, but if it was a non-physical sickness,
فقد أنزل الله كتابه شفاء لما في الصدور.
Then Allah has sent down His book as a cure for that which is in the hearts.
القرآن شفاء القلوب.
The Quran is a cure for the hearts.
وعلاج أمراض القلوب.
And a treatment for the sicknesses of the heart.
لكن أي المرضين
But
القرآن يعالج؟
which of the two sicknesses does the Quran treat?
مرض الشك والشبهات ولا مرض الشهوات؟
The sickness of the shak and shubuhat, the sickness of doubt and uncertainty, or the sickness of desire?
أكيد كالعادة تقولون الاثنين.
It's known for sure, just like custom, that y'all gonna say both.
هكذا تعودتم الاثنين.
Just like this, y'all got used to this. Now y'all just gonna say both.
الاثنين ولا أحد المرضين؟
He said, is it both or is it just one of the sicknesses?
الاثنين.
It's both of them.
احنا اليوم خميس ليس الاثنين.
He said today is Thursday, it's not Monday.
طيب. نعم صحيح القرآن يعالج المرضين.
He said it's true. The Quran treats both sicknesses.
كيف ذلك؟
How is that?
مرض الشبهة الشك القرآن فيه أدلة وبراهين وأمثلة تذهب الشكوك من القلوب.
He said as far as the sickness of doubt and uncertainty, then the Quran has in it these baraheen and these examples and this knowledge that remove the doubt out of the heart.
ومرض الشهوة القرآن فيه مواعظ وزواجر ونصائح تشفي القلوب المصابة بمرض الشهوة.
And as far as the sickness of desires, and the Quran has in it these admonitions and these threats and pushing people away from bad actions, and likewise this good advice that cure the heart that has been afflicted with desire.
فلذلك نحن نحتاج القرآن.
So for that reason we need the Quran.
تلاوة.
Reciting it.
وتدبرا.
Pondering over it.
واستشفاء به.
And trying to and requesting a cure by way of it.
وتطبيقا لأحكامه.
And applying its ahkam or its rulings.
هناك علاجات يأخذها الإنسان.
There are a lot of treatments that a person might take.
وقاية. قبل أن ينزل المرض يقول خذ هذا الفيتامين حتى يكون عندك مناعة، خذ هذا التطعيم حتى يكون عندك مناعة، حتى لا تصاب بالمرض.
And he, as a precaution, that he takes them in order to not be afflicted. They give him a shot as a vaccine. They say, take this vaccine so that you won't get the affliction.
وهناك أدوية وعلاجات يأخذ الإنسان المصاب بالمرض حتى يعالج المرض الذي فيه.
And there are also medicines and treatments or that an individual will take if he's been afflicted with the sickness.
والقرآن هل هو وقاية من الأمراض قبل أن تقع ولا علاج للأمراض بعد أن تقع؟
And the Quran, is it a protection for the sickness before it occurs, or is it a treatment for the sickness after it occurred?
After كلاهما دائما كلاهما.
He said all the time, both of them?
كلاهما صحيح.
He said yes, both of them.
وكثير من المسلمين يظنوا أن القرآن فقط لعلاج المرض بعد وقوعه.
And a lot of the Muslims, they think that the Quran is only a treatment for the sickness after it occurred.
فإذا صار فيه مرض،
So if they get a sickness,
صار فيه أصيب بعين أو بنفس أو بجن صرع، أخذ يبحث عن سورة البقرة.
if he is afflicted with the eye or with himself or with a jinn possessing him, then he goes now and starts reading Surah Al-Baqarah.
أول ما يعلم عن سورة البقرة شيء.
And before he didn't know,
He looks for Surah
Oh yeah, he goes to look for Surah Al-Baqarah. Before he didn't know anything about Surah Al-Baqarah.
وبعضهم مرضى لا يكلف نفسه أن يقرأ سورة البقرة.
And some of them, they're sick and they're not able to لا يكلف نفسه.
يعني ما يذهب بنفسه ويقرأ.
Yeah, he doesn't go himself and read it.
هو مريض لا يقرأ سورة البقرة.
He's sick. He doesn't go to read it.
يقول أعطوني شريط تسجيل
He says, bring me
سورة البقرة أشغله. ما يريد حتى يقرأ وهو مريض.
He says, bring me a tape, a recording of Surah Al-Baqarah so I can play it. He himself, he's sick, but he doesn't even want to go read it himself. He just wants to listen to it.
فهذه غفلة كبيرة.
So this is a great unawareness.
مع أن القرآن وقاية من الأمراض قبل أن تقع وعلاج الأمراض بعد وقوعها.
Even though the Quran is a protection for the sicknesses before they occur, and likewise a treatment for them after they occur.
قد يقول قال هناك مرضى قرئ عليهم القرآن وقرأوا القرآن وما استفادوا.
A person might say, well, there's some sick individuals who the Quran was read on them, and they read the Quran, and they didn't get any benefit out of it.
أحيانا العلاج إذا لم ينفع فليس العيب في العلاج.
Sometimes when the treatments they're not successful, then the aib, the blame is not in the treatment.
وإنما الجسم نفسه ما تقبل العلاج.
Instead, it's the body itself did not accept the treatment.
لو كان إنسان عنده سكين حادة
If a person had a sharp knife,
صالحة للقطع وتقطع تماما،
and that was good to cut with it, and it makes perfect cuts.
لكن جئنا بجسم صلب يعني حديد صلب جدا وحاولنا نقطعه بالسكين فلم تقطعه.
But we came with an object that was very harsh or thick, something that was very thick like iron. It's very hard, and we tried to cut it, then the knife doesn't cut it.
فهل هذا دليل على أن السكين ليست صالحة للاستعمال؟
Then is this a proof that the knife is not suitable to be used?
أو أن هذا القضيب أو هذا الجسم صلب لا يصلح لهذه السكين؟
Or the fact that this piece of iron is very thick and hard and solid, it's not suitable to be cut with this knife?
الجواب الأول والثاني.
Is the answer the first or the second?
الثاني السكين سليمة صنعت خصيصا لأدوات المطبخ فهي تمام تقطع اللحم تقطع الدجاج ما صنفت إيش لتقطع الحديد الصلب.
He said
سليمة.
He said the knife is fine. The knife was made to cut the things in the kitchen, food, chicken, vegetables, but it wasn't made to cut this hard iron. So the knife is fine.
فلو اشترى أحد سكينا وعليها كفالة أنها تقطع.
So if a person were to buy a knife and it had the guarantee that it was going to cut,
وقال البائع إذا لم تقطع ارجعها.
and the one who sold it said if it doesn't cut, then bring it back.
اشترى سكين ودفع ثمنها وذهب البيت يريد يقطع بها طويل حديد صلب فما قطعت.
So he buys a knife and he pays the money, he takes it back to the house, and he wants to cut an iron rod, and it doesn't cut. So what is it? He wants to go take it back. What's going to happen?
أرجعها إلى البائع.
So he returns it back to the one who he bought it from.
هذه ما تصلح ما تقطع.
He says this is no good. It doesn't cut.
باع سليمة ما فيها شيء. 100 هذه سليمة تقطع.
The seller looks at it and says it's fine. There's no problems with it. It's 100%. It cuts.
قال لا تقطع أنا لا أريدها أرجع لي مالي.
He says no, it doesn't cut. I don't want it. Give me back my money.
البائع قال أنت هذه مستعملة وأنت الآن ما أستطيع أرجعها إذا كان فيها فعلا فيها عيب.
The seller says no, you used it. It's used. I can't return the money unless that it actually has a problem.
قال المشتري نعم هي فيها عيب أرجع لي مالي لا أريدها.
The purchaser says no, yes, there's a problem with it. It has a problem. Give me back my money.
قال البائع أنا موظف في هذا المحل صاحب المحل سيحاسبني لازم أتأكد أنه فعلا لا تقطع.
The seller there, he says I'm just an employee in this shop. The owner of the shop is going to take me accountable if I take it back without an examination. So I have to see for sure that it can't cut.
قال المشتري طيب جربها الآن أنا أثبت لك أمامك ما تقطع.
So the purchaser says fine, I'm cool, I'm fine with that. Go ahead and try it. I'll sit here in front of you while you try to cut with it.
البائع أتى بأجسام قابل للقطع تقطع تماما لا تقطع.
So the seller, he brings things that are suitable to be cut and he starts cutting them in front of him. It cuts, it's fine, it cuts.
كيف تقول ما تقطع هي تقطع.
How can you say it doesn't cut and it's cutting?
أخرج قضيبا من حديد فولاذ صلب وقال شوف ما تقطع.
He takes an iron rod out of his pocket and they're very hard. He says, see, look now, it's not cutting.
قال البائع السكين غير مخصصة لأن تقطع مثل هذه الأجسام.
The seller says that the knife is not suitable, that it cut these type of things.
قال المشتري إذا كيف أقطع هذا القضيب الصلب الحديد.
So then the purchaser says, well then therefore how will I cut this hard iron rod?
قال هذا يقطع بالأكسجين النار يقطع تعرف الأكسجين ها وليس بالسكاكين.
He says this is to be cut with oxygen, basically with fire. It's not to be cut with knives.
نرجع الآن إلى القرآن.
So now we're going to go back to the Quran.
أنزل الله القرآن مؤثرا في القلوب.
Allah sent the Quran down and it has an effect in the hearts.
القلوب الحية.
The hearts that are alive.
القابلة للحق.
Those that can receive the truth.
إن وجد قلوب
if it is found hearts that are
كالحجارة أو أشد قسوة
that are like stones or even more severe in their hardness,
هل ينفع مع القرآن؟
will the Quran benefit it?
ينفع مع القرآن؟
Will the Quran benefit it?
لا ينفع مع القرآن.
The Quran will not benefit.
فما العمل؟
So what needs to be done?
خلق الله جهنم يحرق فيها القلوب التي لا تلين حتى مع القرآن.
Allah created the Jahannam in order that it can be burnt in therein, those hearts that don't get softened with the Quran.
كما أن الحديد الصلب يقطع بالأكسجين والنار القلوب القاسية يدخلها الله عز وجل.
Just like the hard iron gets cut with fire, then these hard hearts, Allah will cut them or put them into the fire.
يقول الله نعود الآن إلى ما ذكره. يقول الله عن هؤلاء المنافقين الذين أعرضوا عن التحاكم كتاب والسنة. يقول أفي قلوبهم مرض هل لأن قلوبهم مريضة.
Allah says, now going back to the Quran, Allah says about these individuals who turned away, He says, is in their heart a sickness, meaning do their hearts have sicknesses?
أن ارتابوا
or are they in doubt?
عندهم شك.
And do they have this shak?
أو يخافون أن يحيف الله عليهم ورسوله. يخافون أن حكم الله ورسوله فيه ظلم.
He says,
لذلك هم لا يريدون أن يتحاكموا إلى الله ورسوله.
or are they fearful that Allah and His Messenger will yahif alayhim? And He says here that they will be oppressive or unjust to them.
بل أولئك هم الظالمون. السبب أنهم إيش ظلمة فجرة منافقون فلذلك لا يريدون أن يتحاكموا الكتاب والسنة.
He says instead these individuals are ظالمون, meaning they're ظلمة and fajara. These are these wicked, corrupt, oppressive individuals, and for that reason they're not satisfied with going to this judgment.
في المقابل ذكر الله حال المؤمنين فقال.
And in contrast, Allah mentioned the conditions of the mu'mineen, so He said,
إنما كان قول المؤمنين إذا دعوا إلى الله ورسوله. إلى الله يعني إلى كتاب ورسوله إلى شخص الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم في حياته أو إلى سنته ليحكم بينهم فيما تنازعوا أن يقولوا سمعنا وأطعنا. هذا حالهم يقولوا إيه سمعنا وأطعنا.
Allah says the translation that verily this statement, the code of the mu'mineen, if they were called to Allah and His Messenger to judge between them, meaning to call to Allah to His book, and call to His sunnah, call to His Messenger is Himself during His life and His sunnah after He died. And He says, what is their statement? Their statement, their condition is that they say, سمعنا وأطعنا, we hear and we obey.
وأولئك هم المفلحون. والفلاح هو إدراك المطلوب والنجاة من المهروب.
And He says these individuals are the muflihun. And He says this falah, this is to accomplish that which you wanted while to escape that which you were fleeing from.
ثم قال الله ومن يطع الله ورسوله بالاستقامة على أمر الله ورسوله طاعة مطلقة.
And then Allah Azza wa Jalla says, and whoever obeys Allah and His Messenger with this istiqamah, or this uprightness and this firmness upon that the commands of Allah, meaning this unrestricted, complete obedience.
ويخشى الله بتركه مما هو يغضب الله عز وجل.
And he fears Allah by leaving off that which will make Allah angry.
ويتقه يعني يتوقع الأسباب التي هي تؤدي إلى عذاب الله وإلى سخط الله.
And he protects himself from him. He has this taqwa of him, meaning he protects himself from the means or the reasons that will lead to the sakhat of Allah Azza wa Jalla.
فأولئك هم الفائزون يعني برضوان الله وبالنعيم وبالجنة.
So these are the faizun, meaning those who accomplish the pleasure of Allah and the Jannah.
نكتفي على قدر الله تعالى أعلم. الحمد لله أول كلام الله باطنا صلى الله عليه وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
He said we suffice ourselves with this amount and praise to Allah, the first and the last, the Zahir and the Batin, and وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد.
سؤال عندك؟
بارك الله فيك شيخ. ما هو الفرق بين الهوى والشهوة؟
يقول ما الفرق بين الهوى والشهوة؟
The brother Barakallahu Fi, he asked the question, what is the difference between the word hawa and shahwa?
الشهوة تأتي يعني مع المعاصي.
He said the word shahwa can come with the meaning of ma'asi, or acts of disobedience.
والهوى يدخل فيه المعاصي ويدخل فيه الزيغ العقائدي.
And the word hawa, it enters into it the ma'asi, but it also is included in it the deviations in the aqidah.
ولو بحثت قد تجد أكثر من هذا المعنى.
And if you were to research, you would maybe find more than just these meanings.
رشيد.
Yeah, for the Shaykh, I wanted to know, how can a person tell if he has a sickness, and how can a person tell if his heart is hard?
يقول بارك الله فيك يا شيخنا كيف يعرف الرجل أن في قلبه مرض أو أن قلبه قاسي؟ The brother Barakallahu Fi, he asked the question, how can a person know if his heart has a sickness or if his heart is hard?
هذه الأمراض في قلوب الجميع.
He says these sicknesses are in the hearts of everybody.
نستطيع أن نقول لا يسلم منها قلبه.
We are able to say that no heart is safe from it.
والمسلم عليه دائما أن يجاهد هذه الأمراض.
And the Muslim, it is always upon him that he fight against these sicknesses.
قد تكون هاي الأمراض في القلب خاملة تأتيها فرصة تنشط.
He said these sicknesses might be like waiting in the heart or like dormant in the heart, and if they get the opportunity, then they'll flare up.
فلذلك دائما يحتاج إلى أن يقرأ القرآن.
For that reason, it's necessary that he always read the Quran
ويتبصر في دينه.
and that he have this insight and this perception in his religion.
لأمرين.
And two things.
ما هما؟
For two reasons. What are they?
وقاية وعلاجا.
And for the reason of protecting and likewise to treat.
لا إذا قلت عن نفسك أن قلبي سليم خالي من الأمراض فإنك حينئذ ربما يباغتك المرض ويقضي عليك.
So if you were to say about yourself that my heart is safe, my heart is healthy, and I don't have any sicknesses, then maybe the sickness will attack you and overtake you.
فدائما أنت محتاج إلى تزيد في يقينك.
So you're always in need to increase in your yaqeen.
وتزيد في تقواك لله حتى يذهب عنك الشك وعنك الفسق.
And likewise, you need to increase in your taqwa of Allah in order that you're to push away this shak, and likewise to push away this wickedness.
لذلك لا يستطيع إنسان أن يزكي نفسه ويقول أنا قلبي طيب.
For that reason, it's not possible for a person to say about himself that my heart is good.
ولا يزكي الآخرين ويقول فلان قلبه طيب.
Nor can he purify or speak pure statements of purity about other people and say such and such heart is good.
فهذا ما لا يعلمه إلا الله.
So that is something that is not known except by Allah Azza wa Jal.
وعليك ألا تحسن الظن بنفسك.
And upon you also is not that you think very good about yourself.
تقول قلبي طيب 100% ما في شيء.
And you say my heart is perfect 100%, there's nothing wrong with it.
بما أن اليقين يزداد.
So since certainty can increase,
فأنت دائما بحاجة إلى أن تقوي قلبك حتى يزداد يقينك.
then you're always in need to increase the strength of your heart in order that your certainty can increase.
وبما أن الشهوات كثيرة تعرض على الإنسان.
And also since the desires are numerous that present themselves to people,
فهو بحاجة إلى أن يتوقع وأن يعالج قلبه حتى لا يقع في الفسق والفجور.
then this is in need that a person take precautions that he don't to protect it in order that they don't fall into this fisk and fujur.
لكن لا يجوز الإنسان يقع على نفسه إنه شاك. ما أدري في قيامة ولا ما في.
But it's not permissible for a person to say about himself, to say I'm in doubt. I don't know if there's going to be a day of judgment or not. I'm not sure.
الشك كفر بالله.
To have this doubt is disbelief in Allah.
لكن زيادة الإيمان زيادة اليقين أمر مطلوب.
But to increase the iman and to increase the yaqeen is something that is sought after.
نبي الله إبراهيم عليه السلام.
The Prophet of Allah Ibrahim عليه الصلاة والسلام.
قال الله عز وجل رب أرني كيف تحيي الموتى.
Allah says, the translation of, he said, oh Allah, show me how you give life to the dead, to the dead.
قال الله عز وجل له.
Allah Azza wa Jal said to him,
وإذ قال إبراهيم قال رب أرني كيف تحيي. قال أولم تؤمن.
he said, do you not have iman?
قال بلى.
He said, of course.
ولكن ليطمئن قلبي يريد زيادة.
But in order that my heart can find tranquility, meaning that he was requesting an increasement.
وقال له فخذ 4 من الطير اجمع 4 طيور.
So Allah said, then take 4 birds.
فصرهن إليك اجمعهم.
And so gather them together, and so make them come to you, meaning gather them together.
ثم اجعل على كل جبل منهن جزءا يعني بعد ذبحها وتقطيعها اجعلها أجزاء على الجبال.
He said, and then put a portion of them on each of the mountains, meaning after you slaughtered them and cut them up, then put pieces of them on each of the mountains.
ثم ادعهن قل يا طيور أقبلي.
And then call them, meaning say, oh birds, come to me.
يأتي لك سعيا تأتي سريعة راجعة.
They'll come to you sa'yan, like in haste and in fast pace, returning to you.
فهو لم يكن شاكا.
So he wasn't in doubt.
لكن طلب زيادة اطمئنان وزيادة يقين.
But instead he desired, he requested an increasement in his comfort and likewise an increasement in his certainty.
لذلك ينبغي واجب على المسلم أن يعتني بقلبه.
And for that reason it is obligatory upon the Muslim that he give importance to his heart.
ليتوقع الأمراض المعنوية أكثر من عنايته بقلبه ليتوقع الأمراض الحسية.
That he protect his heart more from the non-physical sicknesses than he does from the actual physical sicknesses.
الذي يمرض مرض حسي في قلبه غاية ما سيقع عليه أنه ماذا يحصل له؟
The person who gets a sickness in his heart, the furthest thing, the worstest thing that can happen to him in this situation is what? That's a physical sickness, he'll die.
لكن الذي يمرض قلبه مرض معنوي.
But the one who gets a non-physical sickness in his heart,
يؤدي إلى الكفر أو الفسق.
that will lead to kufr or any wickedness.
وهذا يستوجب له النار إما الخلود فيها
And this necessitates
أو العذاب فيها.
And this necessitates for him the fire. Either he will be in there forever or he will be punished there.
واضح يا رشيد ساجد.
What is the center of thinking? Is it the brain or is it the heart?
ما هو موضوع التفكر يعني مكان التفكر هل هو الذهن المخ أو القلب الفؤاد. He said, what is the device that is used for thinking and pondering? Is it the brain or is it the heart or the fu'ad as they say?
القلب الذي في الصدر.
He said it's the heart that's in the chest.
حتى لو بدلوا الإنسان قلبه
Even if a person was to exchange his heart
بقلب آخر
with another heart,
ثم خرج من غرفة العمليات
and then he came out of the operating room
وكان اسمه مصطفى
and his name was Mustafa,
ما يستيقظ من العملية وإلا اسمه مثلا خالد.
he won't wake up from the operation except that his name would have been at that moment Khalid,
مع أن القلب قلب خالد.
even though the heart was the heart of Khalid.
وهذا أمر غيبي لا نعلم.
And this is an unfair matter, we don't know.
لكن ظاهر القرآن
But the apparent wordage of the Quran
أن العقل يكون في القلب.
is that the aql, the intellect, is in the heart.
أن الله يقول أم لهم قلوب لا يعقلون بها. إذن العقل يكون بالقلب.
Because Allah says, do they not have hearts that, or do they have hearts that don't have any intellect about it? Therefore, the intellect is in the heart.
وقد حضر بعض الأطباء إلى الشيخ ابن تيمية رحمة الله عليه.
And some of the doctors came to Shaykh rahimahullah,
وسألوه هذا السؤال.
and they asked him this question.
قال أن الإنسان إذا ممكن يبدل له القلب ويبقى هو.
And he said, maybe,
غير إنسان ثاني يعطى قلب آخر ويبقى هو فلان.
they said maybe a person can do a heart transplant and he will remain to be who he is. He won't turn into being somebody else.
مع أنه لو مرض رأسه أو صار في ضربة برأسه فإنه لا يعقل.
In spite of the fact that if his head was to be sick, or he was to get, if he was to get a sickness in his head, or get hit on his head, now he doesn't know who he is.
فقال الشيخ سبحان الله صحيح هذه الحقيقة.
So the Shaykh said, Subhanallah, this is true, this reality.
لكن ربنا جل وعلا أخبرنا بأن العقل يكون بالقلب الذي في الصدر.
But our Lord Jalla wa Ala informed us that the intellect is in the heart that is in the chest.
ففي شيء في علم الغيب لا نعلمه.
So this is something that is in the affairs of the unseen, we don't know.
والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول ألا إن في الجسد مضغة إذا صلحت صلح الجسد كله وإذا فسدت فسد الجسد كله ألا وهي القلب.
And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, verily in the body there's a piece of flesh. If it's sound, and the whole body will be sound and righteous. And if it's corrupt, then the whole body will be corrupt. Verily it's the heart.
والله يقول إنها لا تعمل الأبصار ولكن تعمل القلوب التي في الصدور.
And Allah Ta'ala says, and it is not their vision is not blind, but it is their hearts that are blind that are in their chest.
فنحن لا نعلم الغيب، كيف يتم ذلك لا نعلم.
So we don't know the unseen. How is this completed? How does this occur? We don't know.
الآن أنت كيف تنظر؟
Now, how do you see?
تنظر هاك تقول هذا سعيد، تنظر هاك تقول هذا هشام،
يعني
هذا مصطفى.
You look and you say this Saঈd and this Hisham and that's Mustafa.
ما تعرف كيف.
You don't know how.
حتى العلماء الأطباء المتخصصون.
Even the ulama, the doctors and those who are specialists in this,
يقولون نظريات.
they just have opinions and theories.
هذا أن يرسل يأخذ الصورة يطبعها ثم يترجمها ثم يقول مصطفى ينظر هنا ثم كلام نظريات لكن كيف يتم هذا الشيء كيفية كيف لا.
And they have theories that the eye captures this picture, flips it over, it brings it in, it translates it, and then it tells you it's Mustafa. These are just opinions that it has, theories that it has. But how does this all occur? They don't know how it occurs.
فإن علمنا شيئا جهلنا أشياء.
So, like we said, we know certain things, we know one thing, and we're ignorant. That's what I said. If we know one thing, we know one thing, and we're ignorant to more than that.
الله تعالى. أنا أعلم شيئا واحدا.
I know one thing. Allah knows best. After that, I know one thing.
أنني تعبت جدا وبقي دقيقتان على الأذان.
I've gotten very exhausted, and it's only 2 minutes before the adhan.
تتركنا نرتاح قليلا.
Do you give me the permission to take a little bit of?
أريد استهلاك الدقيقتين.
He said.